Welcome everybody back to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Hunter Hunter. Sorry about that. Episode 83. We're gonna see what happens this time. We are going, hell is ahead of us. And we're really excited to get into it. Are you excited?
I am.
What do you think lies ahead of us other than hell?
I was just gonna say absolutely.
I wish I'd let you have it. Sorry. Leave a like and subscribe. Check out Patreon, where you can now get a month ahead on Uncuts. Always a month ahead, at least. As well as a catalog of other stuff. It's very good value. Patreon.com/BOLDcast. Link in the description. Let's go.
I'm getting stressed out again.
What?
I just like show all like the super hype moments. Inspiration X 2X Evolve. And what are you gonna do about it?
Netero. Netero-san. So if they
do
fail,
whatever you want, yeah.
or if they damage anything, or invade this super secret country that's isolationist. Ooh, political structure of the ants.
The food pyramid of the ants. Let's see. I'm interested to see what purpose the king even serves. Oh, okay.
They basically split off and form their own colonies. And because they can mate with different organisms, because of their diverse genome, it's extra scary.
Yeah.
It's like Chernobyl at this point.
That means that this one was probably from a human anyway, at some point along the line, because she had Nen.
We don't know if Nen is just a human
I guess
thing.
that's true. But she's also giant.
I mean, I think the idea that they're ants is like a basic thing there. I think that that's because we saw the ant hill of chimera ants, and so they were like strain 1 of chimera ants. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Because if you remember Kurt. Remember, like, it was a big deal when Kurt got eaten, because then it, like, drastically changed.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
The stuff. It's been a while.
Nothing. Sorry.
Who's gonna be in the force?
I thought she was gonna squish that. 3 days is a long time when they're
out
just
in the field. Yeah.
There's thousands of these things just running around. I love how they're just so disturbed by it.
Wouldn't you? This rabbit bird man in a Speedo, screaming and laughing and glowing. Catalyst. Do you remember how Gon and Killua got their Nen?
They got
a shock to their system to open all their pores and open all the pathways, their chakras. That's what happened to him, just a way cruder version where Gon just, like, a fistful of nen just shocked his whole system, and he was physically strong enough to survive.
Let's feed him to the queen, boys. Great.
With pleasure.
Oh my god. They were already so strong and now they're just getting like another huge power up.
Koi. In the face.
Oh my god. Just like see him sailing above the moon.
Yeah. Oh look, there he goes right now across the sky. Haikyuu. He's the lion guy. And he was the one who was rebelling.
Yeah.
Or just being a little mischievous bastard. Ultimate prey.
He's onto them.
He's doesn't like following the rules. He thinks he's above it all.
Just throw a bunch of guys at them so that they're all weak by the time they show up.
His
His glasses. I still just love the clothes and how it makes literally no sense whatsoever.
I think he's in his. He just entered his end, kite's end, so he knew exactly where they were.
He's getting ready to jump.
I forget what he said his was.
It was pretty
Was
far.
it like 40 or 70 meters, or was it like a mile or something? I forget. I think it was like not that long.
I was just like, oh my god. Says who?
Says him.
I guess so.
Says Haikyuu, who wanted to wear them down because
Yeah.
they're the ultimate prey. Sate do suru. You just signed the worst deal in the history of deals.
First, we'll fight each other to determine who will go.
Jankenpon. Gon
First
wins.
comes Rock. Gon just
Decks him into the forest. Kills, like he tumbles into an ant and just explodes from the power. Let's go, let's go, let's go. One-on-one battles, little tournament arc, just to train them up a little bit.
Warm up.
Yeah. This is a lot of ants, though. If they're on the level of the people they just fought, they're kind of fucked.
They just had that ready to go.
I love how it's just... Sorry, I just love how it's like, there's so many anime characters, and then there's just like still bugs. Like, there's randomly just mindless bugs who can't talk, who don't have pupils, who just like shake the thing. Here's the number. Doesn't even know how to read.
All of them are so annoying. They inherited their annoyingness from humans too. Yeah, right. I wouldn't have accepted your surrender anyway.
There's no need for you to die. He's trying to give him mercy. If I beat you, I won't want to eat you. Yeah, there's no point in killing him.
I mean, that's fine indeed, but they're not gonna listen to that.
Well, the frog guy
trying.
seems to be. Here we go.
He's only got one move. Oh!
Oh, but he redirected himself with his tail.
Sneaky. This music is kind of crazy right now.
Yeah.
He's killed so many people that he just knows exactly.
You better be thanking Bisky at this moment.
Yeah.
奴はゴンの逃げる方向に合わせて軌道を変えればいいだけ。どうする？
ゴン。
やる。わしがお前ら人間を殺す一番の理由は食うためでも食わすためでもない。じゃあ何？楽しいからだ。わしはな、口から内臓が飛び出る時の音が好きなんだ。バヒャーってな。 蹴りにそっくりでかなり笑えるぞ。全然笑えないよ。お前もぶちかっと派手にひねりかってまいな。
Oh, he got scared? Double down. And then
he's,
using
like,
his tail.
speeding up, yeah. Just grab him.
He's doing more than just stopping him.
Ah. Oh my god.
Compared to Razor's spikes. First blood for Gon. That's his first kill.
I love how he has an entire speech about not killing him and then just immediately kills him.
That wasn't his speech.
Well, he's like, well, you don't have to die. We can do all of this.
He was giving him an out
Yeah.
because he's been put in he's putting Gon up against the wall, and he's saying he gave him every opportunity to, because he doesn't.
Yeah.
Gon, despite, we can talk about it after. Despite everything, he doesn't believe in killing himself, but he also doesn't hold it against other people, I guess. Unless they're ants, I guess. It's complicated. I wonder what he's gonna do to this guy.
I'm like 5 billion times stronger than that guy.
10 times 1 is 10.
10 times 0 is still 0.
Yeah.
女王へたどり着ける。だがなぜ
Whoa.
嫌な予感がする。何かを見落としている。そんな薄く
Whoa. All the nen that's just exploding out of there at this point.
Rammot is now likely one of the most powerful beings in this world, by the
Yeah.
way. That should not be overlooked.
Great, I'm so glad we have someone so smart like that to, like, you know, help.
何日か前にレア物を生け取ったと言っていた。運が良ければまだ貯蔵庫にいるはずだ。
Oh, they want him to tell them about it.
探して報酬を。
Find and secure him. He hasn't
Oh,
been killed.
no.
Buckle hasn't been killed.
But they're gonna try and force him to teach them about nen. I haven't seen this in a while.
Rhythm Echo. I love how he still pulls out, like, early game shit.
Yeah.
That's something that anime don't do.
Well, it's still helpful as well, and it's different. Oh, he's too strong.
He's got a shell, exoskeleton. It's just like in anime, they usually like, oh, I learned this attack at the beginning, but now it's not useful. As many as those attacks. Oh, yeah, sure. Death by 1,000 cuts. He just Dark Souls him.
Killua classic right there. Yeah, you don't have to worry about Killua. The thing is, it's, as long as you kill them, it's fine.
2.
Something different.
Boom, 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 boom.
Ooh.
So fucking sick.
Bad spin is what's his good spin? That's nasty.
I like how he says that scythe is nasty.
3秒後に上へ飛べ
I feel like the only thing with that scythe is oh, I guess not. It just looks super curved, and I was like, you really have to get him in there. When?
Grim Reaper's Dance. Silent Waltz.
Oh my god. Remember what?
これは死絶対的強者による搾取
Oh. He's having like flashbacks.
Yeah, he's remembering his human life or whatever animal.
Damn.
この大釜で使えるのはこの技の
Oh, that's probably why it's a bad roll. If he doesn't do that, then...
It won't disappear. He can't do anything else until he does that.
持ってうっとうしい
But it's super strong.
なんでそんな能力
So why did you
Yeah,
choose
yeah,
that power?
exactly. It's super overpowered, but so specific.
Exactly.
And it's not like with Kurapika where he had something very specific that he wanted to accomplish. Like this, it's like there's something for every situation, but it's completely random whether you get the thing that actually aligns with what you're trying to do.
Yeah. By the way, I haven't mentioned this before. This is a very small thing, but the chimera ants, they have those dots on their forehead. Maybe I did. Maybe I said something about it, but I don't think so. It represents like their rank. So it'll be like the circles or like the dots or whatever. It's like it's their one vestige of them being like an ant in that structure. Because sometimes they can look completely different.
大丈夫こんな修羅場がずっと続く敵のことを考え出したら精神的に乗り切れんぞ
平気だよ仲間をゴミっていうような奴らに同情なんかしない
That's a dangerous
I have
view.
no sympathy for bugs who call each other trash.
What would you... Go just joins up with them. This guy's a nice dude. I'll let him go.
Going towards the castle.
さらに奥へ進む
Bam, bam, ba-dam.
What'd you think of that episode?
Another good episode. I love that, like, knows that this ant has killed, like, so many people. It's fine. I'm willing to give you a way out. He's like, all right.
That sympathy will get you killed.
Yeah, then he's just like,
I have no sympathy for these ants, for these bugs.
he's just like, oh, this guy, he's killed like hundreds of people at least. He's just like, you wanna know what? I'm willing to overlook that and let you live. These guys, they don't respect each other. They should all die. Just like, I don't care if they've killed every human on the planet, but the second they
go back on their friends!
yeah.
Friendship is everything! Unforgivable!
Unforgivable. Killing people, completely forgivable, understandable, that's fine. Not respecting each other?
Yeah, once again, I love the admittance of the story through Kite's perspective of
Kite's
just like, wait, what? Wait,
Yeah.
what did you just say? I love his face too. He's just like, no, why would I care about these bugs? And he's just like,
He's just like, especially from him, because we already know that he doesn't like to kill stuff. But like with the ants when they were attacking Gon and Killua, he didn't want to kill them, but he did because it was a necessary thing. Like in this, where these ants are invasive and they're infesting the entire world, you have to kill all of them, or else it's completely pointless. You can't just kill some, like, even though they do now have personalities, they are. You know, they're
he's a scientist in this.
Yeah.
That's the difference between like Gon is here for Kite, and he's here to like follow this thread because like he follows any thread.
Yeah,
that he comes
anything
across.
that comes into his life, he's like, oh, I want to.
There's something to explore
until
here.
it's done.
Yeah, and so he's here for Kite, but Kite isn't here to like get stronger.
This is his job. This is like his.
This is he's like the cleanup crew for Chernobyl right now. Like he's there to like, you know, put his life at risk to protect the outer world and more importantly to preserve the balance of nature, because that's his whole thing. Like he cares more about, well, he cares about people, but he cares more about like maintaining the order, keeping everything good and natural, and this is clearly an unnatural phenomenon.
And it's also that
and he's a researcher, he's a conservationist.
Will it like kill humans, but eventually seeing the way that it works, that the queen produces a king and then they go and make another colony. So it's like, how many times does that have to happen before every like
ecosystem,
scrap of flesh on this entire world is destroyed because they're completely ravenous and will eat anything.
But he's not here for some shonen thing like going on an adventure necessarily. That's why he does everything. That's why most hunters do anything, is because they like adventure. But it's like he's not here for that. But whereas Gon is in it for very emotional reasons, and Killua is here for Gon. So you know, to hear what Gon is saying about the morality of all this, like Kite is wrestling with the morality, but he's not he's no matter, he has a fixed goal and he knows what is right on a grander scale, and he's thinking about it from a grander scale.
Yeah.
Whereas Gon is is like, he doesn't have this grander goal, but his morality for doing the things that he's doing is not. It's not. He hasn't thought about it because he's immature, and I like how Kite sees that, and he's just like, there's something weird about that.
And also, like, and what would, and I think it also threatens what Kite's doing here if Gon decided to be like, oh, I have found respect for this ant, I won't let you kill it. And it's like, well, Gon, that's not how this mission is working, right? That's not the point of the mission here, isn't to, like, find common ground with these things. Yeah. It's to shut them down.
Well, it's hard to say, because that's what Kite was saying. It's a balance, because Gon is going back and forth, because he was very much trying to uphold his own very loose morals of like killing is bad because, you know, cutting life short is like, based on Gon's behavior. He hasn't ever thought about this, but based on our analysis over the course of the series, he doesn't agree with killing, not because not for any like punishment reasons or justice or anything. He enjoys life, and he thinks life is to be lived. And like, unless there's something that crosses you personally, there's no reason to kill anything. And as far as he goes, it seems like he holds himself to a different standard than he holds the world. He has this like cognitive dissonance when it comes to everything. So when he's fighting this ant, he's like, oh, that's not funny. You can't kill people. If you fight me, then you'll die. Surrender, all this stuff. And then so he's showing this like fairness and reciprocity in a way to this evil ant, just like he showed it to Beanault, for example, which is just a great example. It's such a great microcosm of Gon's personality, especially going forward in this, as the ants remember more of their humanity more and more. So he's thinking of that, but he's going back and forth, and he's like, then it's just so funny how he, after all that, after going through all this stuff about like trying to be fair to this ant, then he talks to Kite, he's just like, yeah, why would I they treat each other like trash. It's like that. What's funny about Gon saying that is he didn't say that about, like, the ant didn't say anything about hating other ants or thinking that they're it's just kind of like...
And also the fact that he applied that to every single ant. One ant said...
That's underrated.
That's huge. Yeah. One ant said, oh, I'm 10 times stronger than him. Who cares about him? He's trash.
Yeah.
And then Gon immediately is like, all of these ants deserve to die because they all think each other are trash.
Yeah.
Not because they've killed thousands of people, because they are an invasive thing and they're destroying the entire world and will kill every single person and every single animal and down to like the microorganism. He doesn't care about that. But what he does care about is that one guy said about one other guy that he was trash, and now he's just like, it's over. And that's like absolutely psychotic behavior.
Yeah.
And that's why Kite's just like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
so
that's your not just, it wasn't just that Gon fought this ant and like through talking to him when he was like, I love to kill people and it's so fun. It's not like he saw that and was like, yeah, these guys are really evil.
Yeah.
I think based on my fighting him, it didn't feel like I was killing a person. I felt like I was doing the right thing by taking some sort of evil, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't that like...
It's like I was sacrificing my own morals for the greater good, basically, like how Kite might be doing.
It wasn't like after that fight, he like had this revelation. He just saw some behavior that he didn't like out of these ants, and then is like, I don't care about them anymore.
And by the way, think about Kite, like as far as sacrificing your own morals, like the first interaction we ever see in the series is Kite punching Gon in the face after killing a foxbear and saying, God damn it, I had to take another life because of you.
Yeah.
That was his first thing. He doesn't like Kite, especially...
That's what I was saying, like this whole thing, and the fact...
So Kite just fucking destroyed a million lives.
This is what I'm saying, is that
he's sacrificing
Gon's
himself.
Personality and the potential for Gon to show sympathy based on like random shit that he decides in the spur of the moment is probably scary to Kite, because Kite has like already taken on, I will kill all of these chimera ants. I don't want to do it, but I have decided, like, that is the mission here. This is what we have to do. And then to see that Gon, like, he's showing potential, but at the same time, he could really mess things up, or like things could go really bad because of this like weird and like his reasoning and everything.
It's like that, but I think what Kite's saying that is my theory is that it's that Kite is doubting killing all of them. He had resolved to kill all of them. That's why he's doing this. But after this fight, what he's walking away with is they have fear. They remember they have a little bit of them that's human. They have structure to them. They maybe in time could grow to be normal people. Maybe they have some kind of structure. They have something is inside those eyes, and I think he sees that, and then he's checking what he's feeling against Gon, because I think Kite had resolved to go in. They are resolved to go in and kill the king before he's hatched, and kill the queen and take down the castle and everything before it gets out of hand. But Gon and Kite kind of like switched places, or like Kite is re-examining things in a different way. After this battle, Gon has resolved, they're pieces of shit. I went from, they deserve fairness, they deserve a fair shot, I'm gonna fight them in a fair fight, you'll never eat humans again, blah blah blah, to after the fight being like, they have nothing redeemable about them, fuck these guys. And then Kite afterwards, after killing all of them and seeing the fear in their eyes, is like, maybe there's something else. Like, what do you think about this, Gon? Gon's like, oh, I hate them. He's just like, that's a dangerous view. If they are somehow capable of sympathy. And I think
that's also different, because Kite doesn't hate them.
No, exactly.
And to find that Gon so swiftly went from wanting to show them mercy, which is dangerous, to also having zero sympathy and not even viewing them as like a life, as like a...
That's possibly more dangerous than their viewpoint, because they're just young, inexperienced creatures who were born literally like last week.
Yeah.
You know?
It's and I think that's also it, is that like, Gon doesn't have the fact that he's so easily swayed and that he doesn't have any goals. It's like he's literally capable of doing anything if he just like decides I think
that's why Kite was checking in with them afterwards when they were talking amongst all the bodies. He was just like, just so you know, it's only going to get worse. Like, he's reinforcing. I think he's also talking to himself, where it's like, I just killed all of these creatures. It's only going to get worse. Are you guys sure you're okay with that? Because he's feeling a little bit unsure. He knows what he has to do. He knows the mission. But the more he sees, the more he's unsure. Whereas the more Gon sees, the more resolved he is that he's doing the right thing, or that these things don't deserve any sympathy. Like they're kind of going in opposite moral directions, and they just passed each other, kind of. It's very freaky, and to see Kite's recognition in that, because he, on a low level, he's obviously not showing it as much. This is all analysis. He's not showing it as much, but based on everything we know about his character and how he's talking about these things, I think that he is not reconsidering, but he's not reconsidering his actions. He's just reconsidering what he thinks of all this, because he's very introspective. He cares about nature a lot, and these are living creatures. He's a conservationist at heart.
I think it's hard for him as well, because like he from his previous stuff, he values all life.
Yeah.
So already killing just any type of animal, whether it can talk or not, is like a hard thing. And then these guys come in and they are like talking like people, like, but he already has sympathy for things, whether they're human like or not. Mm-hmm. So, but this is just on another level.
And just think, like, another thing in like kind of in line possibly with this sort of rationalization of Kite's character is, remember when they got, like we pointed out that when they got their new clothes and everything, he was wearing all the same clothes.
Yeah.
Like, that's how in tune he is. He wears natural fabrics and natural everything. Like, that's how he is. I don't think he's vegetarian, but hunting something to eat in the wild on a mission, or to, being a part of that cycle, is different than, and I don't think we have seen him eat meat.
I don't think we've seen him eat anything.
Oh, we saw him eat fish. When they first met, they were sitting by the campfire and they had fish on a stick. True. But that's different than killing enemy combatants.
For no reason,
Well, there is a reason, but it's more complicated than that. Going into enemy territory, killing them on their turf, quote unquote, and just going and challenging them is different. And it's not that he is so morally conflicted. It's just that he is considering the implications of all this in a way, and he was testing that against Gon, and I think that his Gon's answer definitely surprised him. A lot of analysis, but I think that it's interesting because Kite doesn't emote very much. He doesn't say very much emotionally.
But then we see him be like, oh.
but just through his actions and what we knew about him before, I think that it says a lot. And just the little thing of like, that's a dangerous view.
What I do also like about that is that, like, we've been talking about Gon being like crazy for like since day one of watching the show. But like we talked about, it's only been like recently, like in the show, that they've really started to like show it all, like trying to like obviously draw attention to it.
It's because I think partly it's because the perspective has been shifting more and more towards other characters. Gon hasn't been the perspective character since like the start of the series. And the main character is rarely, if you examine like the way that stories that Shonen is written, the main character is rarely the viewpoint character.
That's true.
They're usually like an embodiment of the story's themes and everything, so they're viewed from side characters as like, oh, look what he's doing. He's doing the right thing, or he's doing the thing that we should focus on. But as we go out and as we are exposed to different people, not Killua, not Leorio and Kurapika, like Kite, a lot of this was this entire episode I think was in his other than the Chimera Ant stuff was in his perspective. He was talking about what Gon's doing, what is he going to do, what do we think about all this?
Yeah. So
it's very interesting, and we're ready to see what happens next. At least I hope you are.
Yeah.
Leave a like, subscribe, check out Patreon right now. Get a month ahead. Hope you enjoy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.